right. Welcome back into the show, everybody. Just finishing up the SEC East before we hit Alabama and Auburn to finish the show off. We don't really, I guess, think so much of Florida. I've got them finishing 8-4. Two of those losses out of conference. One at the beginning of the season against Michigan, and at the end of the season against Florida State. How have you looked back up over this schedule? Do you have a different feeling? I know you said that before we went to break that Kentucky would upset Florida at home. So do you still feel that way?
Kentucky would upset Florida at home? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you still see them think you had them at 6-6?
I don't think that's right. It's kind of like
Me neither.
but looking at it, I think Kentucky wins the East. I don't think they go 11-1 like my page just turned out. I think more of a 10-2.
Okay. 10-2 for Kentucky. That would be incredible. It would be their best season, ever?
This is the most depth they've had, the most returning starters they've had. They return a quarterback. Kentucky is going to be a good football team, and the schedule lines up in their favor.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, folks.
And when you look at Georgia,
I mean, I
I
like
think
them,
Georgia
but
finishes
still
second.
6-6.
I think the second to last, Georgia plays Auburn and loses. They have Kentucky coming to Athens after that.
And you think they'll
Kentucky
have a hangover basically and lose to Kentucky?
Kentucky upsets Georgia in Athens, and then
They got to play Louisville, but you've got them winning that game.
Georgia Tech is who Georgia plays, and I got the W for Georgia. So I got Georgia.
They lost to
I got Georgia going 10-2.
They lost to Georgia Tech last year.
I got Georgia going 10-2.
I do too.
Now let's look at Auburn and Alabama. Let's look at Auburn.
All right, Auburn. Started right off the bat, we said
I'm putting
win.
them second.
But you think that a closer win than people predict against Georgia
But a
Southern.
win against Georgia Southern might pull away by 2 or 3 touchdowns in the end.
All right, I think they pull out a squeaker in the first Death Valley that they got to go to, that being Clemson. I think they will pull out a squeaker. It'll be a close game just like last year, but this time Auburn has the experience on their side, and they will be looking for that revenge from last year.
Hopefully they're not going to have a Gus Malzahn on crack.
Running like trying to change up quarterbacks, and just last year was.
Oh my God! Last year was just like.
Yeesh.
I wanted to go over.
Wasn't very good.
Grab Malzahn. I called for his firing. Remember?
Yes, I do remember that. They did go on a 6-game winning streak after.
No,
that.
I mean that coaching. You look at that game plan.
No, pardon me. They lost to A&M the week after that.
You look at that coaching game plan and what they did. I mean, he deserved to be fired after it. No, they turned the season around, but after that game, he deserved to be fired. That was horrible.
It was bad. I mean, you as a fan, at least, and I think you feel the same way. If you're going to go with a guy, just go with a guy.
Helen Keller could have coached a better game.
Yeah, Helen Keller. Shout out to Helen Keller. Inspiring lady there. They're going to crush Mercer the week after that. Then they go to Missouri.
That's a tough game, but they'll win.
I would think they would be 2 touchdown favorites, if not more.
Very
but
tough
Missouri's going to
game.
play them a little tougher than that.
But very
still
tough
gonna win.
game, but it's a win. Mississippi State.
I think they had an easy win against Mississippi State last year. I think the defense is even more honed in, and they're going to get an even bigger win against Mississippi State in that game. They're going to wipe the floor with them. 3 touchdowns at least. Then they got to go to LSU. We both said that they would win that game.
How are you skipping this? Mississippi State, then Ole Miss.
I'm sorry. They're going to beat Ole Miss.
LSU, I need to change this.
Again, this is going to be a solid win. I mean, it's going to be a couple touchdowns.
LSU gets revenge.
LSU gets revenge. So now you don't think that it's because you said that LSU would lose to Auburn when we checked LSU.
I'm trying to be biased.
You're living in the moment?
No, I'm trying to be biased.
Okay.
Unbiased.
I see. I understand.
Which one is it?
Unbiased.
Yeah, I'm trying to be unbiased.
By picking against Auburn, yes, you would be unbiased.
I think Auburn upsets Alabama in the Iron Bowl this year.
Oh, okay. So that's
maybe.
So again, they lose to LSU, and that kind of propels them again. 13 all over again. Now you sounding like this.
It's just I don't see Auburn going undefeated, and I'm not going to sit here and say they are.
I mean, I don't really feel that way either.
Well, where's the loss going to come? It's either
when I look at the games,
they play
do win
1,
every
2,
game.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 straight games without a bye. But they go Missouri, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, LSU, Arkansas. I feel like they slip up in that LSU game before beating Arkansas in Fayetteville.
I just think this is where, somebody's got to lose. It's going to be a toss-up game, but I think Auburn's going to win the game. And they want to get that monkey off their back. It's almost been 2 decades since Auburn.
Auburn should beat
LSU.
LSU. I'm just saying there's got to be a loss somewhere here.
And if there is a loss, it comes to LSU. That is by far the most difficult road
LSU
game of the season.
or Alabama is a loss. A&M
Clemson or LSU, one or the other. A&M, yeah, they're going to get that. They're going to be extra hungry, I believe, to beat Georgia, and they're going to get that done. La Monroe,
Overtime win.
Overtime win. Yeesh.
Alabama.
And then they upset Alabama after an overtime win against Louisiana Monroe.
Shut up. As unbiased as I am, and I think I do a much better job than you at that. I'm sorry, folks. Do know I do pull for the Auburn Tigers, and I have no hate for Alabama, and I think I voice best I can pretty fairly between the two of them. But you're never going.
I've got them both going 11-1.
You're never going to find this man pick Alabama over Auburn, even if Auburn's like 0-11.
Now that sounds a little more like you're superstitious. You're never picking. You're just gonna pick Alabama and hope you're wrong.
No, I'm picking Auburn. Now I actually expect Alabama to win that game, but what I'm saying is, I'm never going to be able to say that.
Yeah.
So
well,
I'm saying Auburn wins because those words of Alabama triumphing in the last weekend of college football against a certain team, I can't say that.
I think if Auburn slips up somewhere, it's either Arkansas or LSU. It's one of those 2 games in October. But that's when the offense for Auburn was really getting churned up and going last year, if you remember. And I think a similar thing is going to happen. So it's going to be difficult for anyone to beat them during that stretch. I don't know. I think like you. It's like they're going to lose a game, but which one is it? It's a toss-up for the division.
Let's look at Alabama.
Okay. Alabama, Florida State.
Win.
They're gonna win that game. It's gonna be a close game, though. I do believe it will be a close game.
Fresno State, the Bulldogs upset
win.
Alabama and Tuscaloosa. Colorado State.
All right.
3 minutes. Thank you, Richard.
All right, Richard. Colorado State. They're gonna beat Colorado State very badly.
Closer game than you think. Vanderbilt and Nashville.
I don't know.
Win.
Yeah, they're gonna win that game.
Ole Miss coming to Tuscaloosa. Win.
They're gonna win that game.
A&M in College Station.
They're gonna win.
Win. Arkansas and Tuscaloosa.
They're gonna win.
Win.
Tennessee and Tuscaloosa.
Win.
They're gonna win.
LSU and Tuscaloosa.
They're gonna win. Mississippi State.
Very tough game. I think they pull it off and win. Yes.
You and Cole Kublik really believe it. I think
We're
teams are going to catch up to Nick Fitzgerald.
Me and Cole are smart guys. We know what we're talking about. We do our research.
All right, we'll see how Nicky Fitzgerald does for you guys this year, and your 4th new coordinator in 4 years.
I still have Mississippi State losing to Alabama. Alabama beats Mississippi State.
All right.
So I don't know what the argument is here. It's just a close game.
Have you ever seen play them well coming out of LSU, but I don't think it happens this
close games happen. Like there's matchups and stuff. You really pissed me off.
We'll see about that.
I'm about to dick you.
Yeah, you about to get tossed out the window.
Mercer has played Auburn and Alabama. Can Auburn and Alabama?
They're going to get so much money combined.
Combined, what's the margin of victory of the Auburn and Alabama game versus Mercer?
Oh man, I'm gonna say 80 points combined.
80 points combined, margin of victory. So
Auburn might score 60.
Alabama might score 60.
Yeah.
Win.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think 80 points isn't easy.
And then
maybe 90. Maybe I'll say 90.
The loss in Jordan Hare against Auburn.
Okay.
But
so
they
still think 11-1.
But they still finished first in the East because I can't put Auburn first in the East until they prove it to me.
In the West?
Yeah. They still finished first in the West because I can't put Auburn first until they prove it. Over a technicality.
All right.
Auburn plays an ineligible player. and has to drop a game, Alabama goes to the SEC championship.
Okay, cool. All right. There you have it, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our time has run out, but you can catch us on Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. as well.
And we will be moving to
Tuesday nights.
live.
We'll be live.
Live.
Yep.
So call in.
Yep.
Be rocking and rolling. We want to hear.
Get ready.
Hey, call in. Talk some crap. Tell me why I'm wrong. Let's hear it.
All right, everybody. Again, thank you so much. Hunter, take us out.
Folks, use the game. Don't let the game use you.
Take care, everybody.